Alright guys, this is to show you how to run Crysis on XFX GeForce 8500 GT 1GB DDR2 memory. So, alright, first of all, as you can see, zoom in ka. Russian is mana. You can see that the processor is being used at 5% and the memory is already being used at 46%. So the Crysis for Vista needs it needs 1.5 gigabyte RAM free, and as you can see we have only 1 gig free, so I gotta free some memory before we can actually start the game. So first of all, with the graphic, you can change the graphics to high setting through the NVIDIA control panel. Zoom in. Through NVIDIA control panel, so you just click on that, and then over here you can see it says manage 3D settings, and then you just go to the global settings, and as you can see it says anisotropic filtering, which you can change to 16 times, the gamma correction on, mode to override any applications. Let me see if I can. And the anti-aliasing settings to 16 times. Anti-aliasing transparency to super sampling. Then the conformant texture clamp to use OpenGL specification, yeah. Error reporting on. Extension limits on. Force minimaps to trillionaire. Maximum pre-render frames to 8, yeah. And it says multi-display mixed GPU acceleration, so compatibility performance mode, that'll be good, man. Then just go down to texture filtering, which is supposed to be on. Then the negative clamp, and go to the texture filtering quality to high performance, which otherwise the graphics run really fast, smooth, and the texture filtering trimmer optimization on, and the threaded optimization on as well. As it says, triple buffering definitely on, and it says vertical synchronize use 3D force on. That'll be good. Just simply apply, and that's just done. So you can change the graphics from here rather than changing inside the Crysis itself, because for 8500 GT you really need to change it from the NVIDIA control panel. And now as you can see, the program says Crysis. You can see all the settings use global settings, so we're not using the in-game settings no more, we're using the NVIDIA control panel settings now. Okay, so that's it. Now what we need to do is, if you're running Windows Vista Ultimate, a lot of applications are going to take over the RAM, as now we have 44% free. So it's better if you free up some space, which is good if you go to right click, and you go to personalize, and then you go to the theme, yeah. And then from here change to Windows Classic, because that actually saves up a lot of RAM, and simply apply. And I know it kind of looks shit, but when you're playing game you don't really need the background to be looking nice. So now it looks pretty basic, but you see that actually took the RAM from 45 to 42%. Now what you need to do is close down this the sidebar over here, because that actually takes up 15% of the RAM. So just go to the taskbar at the bottom, as you can see there, and just expand it, and now you can see the Windows sidebar, and right click, exit, it's gone. But now if you want to check how much RAM we have free, just Control Alt Delete, start the task manager, and now you can see we have 800 MB being used. We have 1.2 free, so we actually speed it up 20% of the RAM more. So okay, now just simply put in your disk and just run auto run, and there it is, and play now. You just gotta wait until it loads up, and it should be ready to kick off soon. As you can see, it's loading up now. Still waiting on this thing to load up. Should be done quick. Actually, my screen here's head state kind of fucks up the display sometimes, so I gotta change it manually. But right now, should be fine. But I'm soon upgrading my graphic card to 9600 GT because that one's more of the source, more of the best to play Crysis. I suggest, because this one has a core speed of 800 megahertz and that one has a 1.9, so I have to double the amount of speed. So more than double, it's like 2.5 times. It's kind of more faster. But right now shit's loading up. Okay, gotta have to speed this thing up now. Okay, there we go. So in game you can also change the settings, but whenever you change the settings in the game, it kind of slows the graphic card. But if you change it from the control panel, it doesn't messes it up. So as you can see, my graphics here is just video mode. The video mode is set to 1024 times 768. No anti-aliasing quality, because that's gonna slow the computer too much. And the advanced, you go to over here. Yeah, I've set everything to low basically. Sorry, my camera's kind of messed up. You can't really see the writing in it, but I hope you can see some. Yeah, you should be able to see something. Okay, but it's all set to low, as you can see. You see the very first one is low, so you just go basically to change all settings to low there, and should be fine. It's not going to be bad quality though, but and the motion blur, because it's set to low, and which means that actually turns it off. So so you gotta change that to medium at least. Yeah, now everything should be fine though. Objects quality to medium as well. Yeah, and just simply apply. Yes, and I think that's just done. So just go back to single player, and that's my game there. I'm just going to load the game, and that's where we left it from. So you're going to see actually the performance, how fast it's going to be compared to anything else. So the 8500 GT is quite good on low on Crysis, because it runs the Crysis on low. So you can also run on medium, but you need to make sure you have more RAM. So if you have a good RAM of 4GB, I think it's very good to run it on medium, but you can't set it to high unless you have two graphic cards running the same processor. Okay, right now, okay, I'm just gonna load the game, and you're gonna actually see the performance. So any key to start the game, and here we go. Yeah, as you can see there, how smooth it is. It's moving at any speed, you see that? Even the texture quality isn't that bad, it's quite good though. See it? Can even swim, everything's running smooth, you see that? So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's running fine on the low, no freezing, nothing, moving pretty smooth. I'm using a mouse and a keyboard at the minute, so if I'm not doing quite good, it's the fault. It's not my fault. Sorry. Okay.